But this patch is interesting. How has the observing been?
Well, OG take Bat Rider, you're talking about it.
Alliances
Oh
turn to
man,
pick.
rip. It's been interesting. There's been a lot of different things that have been going on with it. It's hard to keep up with the talents. That's the
OG's
biggest
turn
thing,
to
is that
pick.
you constantly have to check out hero level and then click on the individual hero when they hit it. And then if that doesn't happen, like everybody in chat gets mad. You didn't check the level 20 upgrade when, which I can understand, but you know, it's tough.
Yeah, they need to have the talents more visible. Like
OG's turn to
when
ban.
it just shows what buff they chose, right? So people, if they're more curious, they should look it up online. It should say automatically added, like
Alliances turn
the
to
things
ban.
added for the viewer spectators, like it's added the 15 damage or the negative 20, and then the negative 20-second respawn, the gold here, and then like they have it in that order right above, like ascending order.
10 seconds.
Yeah,
remaining.
I'm interested to see, because there's also just recently a patch that
5
came out
seconds remaining.
that apparently changed a couple of things with pathing. So there might be a little bit of changes to the
Reserve
map.
time.
Like even as there's no way that any of the players saw the most recent update, and it looks like there's some changes to the maps, and it looks like there might have been some other changes with talent. So maybe it solves all of our problems. You did say that the map UI is also gone as well.
Yeah, I want to change my map to make it bigger, because if it's too small and you're trying to run away,
Alliances
you
turn to
sometimes
pick.
click on your mini map, and then if you I also saw there was a Reddit thread with the thing where you could misclick and you're like clicking on the mini map, but you weren't actually running away. You were running towards the enemy
Oh,
because
God.
you're misclicking, and that's like 4 or 5 in the Reddit thread. So it's actually a very big deal, and I'm curious to see how they're going to fix the map UI.
10
I think that,
seconds
or the mini map UI, that's going to be more interesting, because obviously it had some bugs. Like you said, they might have pathed that or patched that pathing bug.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I'm just thankful that they're
Reserve
changing
time.
stuff quickly. It feels like they're listening to the community feedback, and at the end of the day, you're taking
Alliances turn to
a
pick.
new engine. Like they're building this up. It no longer relies on Flash or any of that other stuff. It's all new technology, and they're building it from the ground up and making it responding to community feedback. So I'm loving it. Give everybody a little bit of time,
10
folks, and
seconds
don't get all in a kerfuffle. But we do have a Lich that's been taken by OG. Now, do you think this is
5
going to be like a
seconds
dual
remaining.
off lane Lich Doom type of thing that we saw before? Or is this going to be that new core Lich?
Reserve time.
It could be Lich mid too. Like Lich denying mid is it's like you can't even do anything. It kind of forces, because the map is so big, you're just kind of forced to have I think set lanes. You could get away with the jungler now, I think, still, even though they spawn, but there's more spawn camps, right? So you can just run around the jungle a lot. You got the bounty runes too for the Lich. He can just check runes, get the bounty runes. He can even like carry the person's bottle. I think Lich mid is very strong, even if it's just solo. Obviously, they're doing it this game because of all the negative armor that Slardar provides. Lifestealer is going to go Deso. So you want that frost armor for the attack speed plus, or the attack speed slow plus the bonus, because it does go through Lifestealer as BKB, aka Rage. It's super annoying. And well, Timbersaw against a Bat
OG's
Rider,
turn
interesting.
to
It's
pick.
good for Sven. Not the best hero against Bat and Lich because of all that burst damage that can come out.
Yeah, the big talent change for Timbersaw that we saw at level 25 was giving you +6 reduction to their main attributes. So now you just reduce
10
so
seconds
much
remaining.
HP from any strength heroes that you happen to get on top of. But that does require level
5
25. And
seconds
I've been
remaining.
noticing that a lot of Timbersaws have been struggling to get their levels up. And I think I saw a
Reserve
game
time.
yesterday where Timbersaw was down to like 3 Bloodstone charges, which I don't think I've seen almost throughout the rest of the patch 6.88. So there's definitely been some nerfs to this guy, and you know, he's somebody that can benefit from stats. So we'll see how it goes forward, working that out. And at least for now, is there anything that you're noticing sort of thematically within a draft for something either side is trying to do?
Right now, I think Timbersaw is still one of the best heroes in the game, just because he didn't get touched at all. And at the level 10, he has that plus 15 HP regen. It's just absurd, actually, just having that extra on without the reactive armor up. And then one team is just going to run at you, as Timbersaw likes to do with the rest of the team. And then OG is just going to be trying to react. That's their play style. They're going to try to react to Alliance's aggressiveness and turn it around. So they're trying to figure out like what's their next move here, and that's an interesting thing.
Yeah, Tiny, one of the few heroes I've actually gotten to play this patch. I've been casting so much that I haven't gotten almost any chances to play it, and I gotta say, I took the plus 200 avalanche damage. Afterwards, I was really regretting it. The cooldown reduction at max level is so cool for Tiny. And then, of course, just everything else building up to it, so you can get intelligence or strength. And the hero was even played occasionally before the new patch came out. How are you feeling about Tiny nowadays?
I'll answer that one quick. If anybody's listening that's a developer right now, please add the talents onto to the right of like their ultimates, so I can actually see them again, because I've read all the talents twice over and I still don't remember them. That is how hard it is to just try and go through this new patch, because so everything should be to the right of their ultimates, and then we could just see them and we could show everybody on the stream, and that'd be wonderful to have for these tournaments. So there you go, guys. Bag it and tag it. And then Tiny, back to him. I really love the hero. I think he's a great hero, as we talked about. I think they're going to do the dueling. Lich Tiny mid is potent. Batrider, you at least have to have 2 heroes on his lane, so he doesn't run over people. Although Lifestealer versus Batrider 1v1 is fine in situations, because you can just rage off that sticky, and then you can just run away. But OG, they needed a support hero now, unless they do some weird Tiny support stuff. What is it?
I'm not sure. I will say that OG has been more willing to mess around than I've seen otherwise. Just in the previous game, they ran a CK support who got Ags, and then went for some ulti shenanigans onto his Faceless Void. But regardless, I kind of am feeling the same type of way. Visage banned out. God, that hero is just... He has been such a monster.
Is stupid. That hero needs to be like first banned by teams. I don't know what people are doing nowadays. I think Visage is the strongest support now, depending on if you can get away with laning stage, right? If you can't get 6, then it's gonna be hard. But he has a strong nuke. His Gravekeeper cloak upgrade. How do you even kill the hero? Let alone the birds, because it's an aura now.
Yeah. That's the big thing to me, is that when I look at the aura going out to the birds, as long as you can keep Visage out of the fights, you could just frontline with the birds and keep your Visage within like aura range, and you can't do anything to him. Like you can't. 80% damage reduction.
The tower does nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing, and the towers can the birds can tank the tower too.
Yeah.
It's like having your own 2 little Timbersaws flying around.
All right, you guys, you heard it here first. If you want to rank up an MMR, just spam Visage. Get good at the hero, because nobody else is. The Winter Wyvern as the last pickup. So obviously great against the Slardar and Lifestealer combination. Pretty good against Timbersaw as well sometimes.
I think it's more so just to save for the Cold Embrace against whoever Slardar and the Lifestealer initiates on. They do have... Their roaming Lich Wyvern has a lot of slow potential, and then their cores have stuns, but the 2 supports can't really initiate team fights. But that's not necessarily a problem, because they have the Tiny, who's going to have Blink. Sven and Batrider are both going to have the same tool eventually. So.
10 seconds
I just want to give a little bit of an update to everybody out there, as we do have the Sand King taken in last. These all are the correct heroes for Alliance, but they didn't have the right names dialed up. Hopefully that gets changed once we actually hop into the game. And then as far as OG is concerned, they have 2 stand-ins. It's Yapsor and Trixie. So of course, Yapsor previously played on and still does play on Escape, the 4-position player there, and then Trixie was an off-lane player. And did he used to play with No Tail? Is that the background there? He was a Han player in the off-lane.
Wasn't he on Ninjas and Pajamas?
That sounds like it could be a thing.
I'm pretty sure he was on that team with Era.
That would have been with Limp and Hanskin as well then.
Hanskin.
So it's a lot of battles of like former teammates together there. You got S4 versus Alliance, Trixie versus those fellas. You ready?
Am I ready? No, my game crashed. Or it's just frozen. Alright, we're ready.
So I
Prepare
believe
for
that this is, well, Yapster is playing Winter Wyvern. I think that this is No Tail playing Sven, if I'm not mistaken, because he was the drafter.
Yes.
And then I'm not sure about everybody else. But they're hopping into the game, so it'll be good.
It's okay. What did we say? Trixie's the last person. Wait, what? I think Trixie has to be the last player slot, right? Oh no, they remade. Oh my! I didn't watch the remake.
Yeah.
The slots they joined.
Well, now we
That's
don't know which
annoying.
one S4 is. What the heck? You gotta
I'm gonna. It's S4 has to be either tiny or bat, but I'm
Yeah.
not sure because they changed slots.
I mean, he's got to be Batrider, right? Like, there's no way you pick Batrider and don't give it to
30 seconds
S4.
battle.
Yeah, but Trixie plays bat too, so that's the biggest problem.
Let me see if I can. I can't go back and check out the. Can you check out the lobby?
The lobby?
Yeah, that
Yeah,
might
I
give
can't
us
check it
info.
either. Let's see, lobby.
Oh my
doesn't
god, I
show
did it
the order.
again. I'm the worst. There we go. We're good to go. Don't worry, guys.
Actually, I remember. Let me see something.
The battle begins.
What did you do? Did you have overlay? Are you
Yeah, for just for
recording?
a second, but we're good. It was because we were trying to figure out the player stuff, so I'm willing to take that one. We're set up and we're good to go now. Kalu and food.
Kalu is Trixie.
Kalu is Trixie, so it is going to be a Batrider or a Batrider Trixie, and then that means it's going to be S4 playing the tiny mid.
Easy research.
And I'm assuming
Lich
that this is
offlane.
Limp that's playing the Timbersaw. I think so. Well, regardless, food has taken some damage here. 5 stacks of sticky napalm, very slow. Needs to keep moving in that straight line, but you know, he might be in trouble. He's down movement speed. I think that this is going to be first blood. And if I'm not mistaken, picked up by Trixie. Right click. Yeah, they got it. Nicely played by the Batrider.
Dire's top tower.
I don't think I've ever seen 9 stickies in a game before. That's just crazy. But
Yeah.
Sand King did get his level 2 from this. So, kind of space in a way for his offlane. And then now he's in the bottom lane. Gonna get crushed up on end. Just in.
Yeah,
Me
they're
now.
going to do it. Gamer in the bottom. He's in some trouble. Right clicks are there. They find the kill. So 1-1 so far, and this has been a little bit of a kerfuffle so far in the early stages. Sand King, right clicked, a lot of damage going his way, but he'll be able to walk away from this one no problem.
And just a recap, since we were kind of busy, each team had 2 bounty runes. So there was no invasion besides that Slardar.
Yep.
And he got picked off at the end of the day.
All right, well, it looks like in the mid lane here, Tiny going to try and deal a good bit of damage. Interestingly
Lich.
enough, is he
Ooh,
going to
they
go
got a
down?
double stun. That was nice.
I-
Like you said,
What do you think about this build that we're seeing on the Tiny? He ended up going for 1 in Avalanche and then going back for a point in Craggy.
I was debating what the build would be. I think it's 2-2-1. I don't necessarily like the 1-0-1, but hey, he knows he's gonna be getting right-clicked a lot by Timbersaw in lane, so might as well try and do his best to not take any damage. But yeah, once this Timber is level 3, you can't stay mid. And they probably wanted to do a dual lane, but because you're against the Timbersaw, Lich can't come mid. It's just impossible. You got all this region, and now food's setting up.
This could be pretty big right here. They're going to go for it. Oh, no. S4, you're in some trouble, buddy. Right
Yeah,
clicks
Fairy
are
Fire.
there. Is he going to be okay? Trying to go for the outplay. Does have the courier coming in. And, well, he can actually turn around now.
Oh
Takes
my
down food. Oh, my goodness. That's what you get for taking me off the team.
That was funny. That was funny.
That's
Poor
EGM,
guy.
apparently. Food is EGM.
All right. I'm still gonna call him by food though. This is too much work.
Probably just going to call him by the hero names, to be completely honest. In the meantime,
Actually, Tiny. That
No
sounds
Tail
good.
going, right clicks onto EGM. They are going to be able to walk away from that one. And now, No Tail in a little bit of trouble is going to drop. They find the kill there. Lifestealer picking it up. Mr. Loda and Yapsor just trying to get that separation, but the glimpse back. Oh, this Lich is in a lot of trouble. They're going to throw out the Arctic Blast, but I don't think that's going to be enough to find the kill. Food's still going in. EGM is here. They have the Frost Armor, so that's keeping them alive a little bit more so than it would otherwise. And now they turn on to the Disruptor. So at the end of all of that, it comes to the tune of a kill onto the Disruptor, and they're just going to heal back up over at the Shrine.
Yep. Here we go, Shrine. Shrine it up. It's going to be the new catchphrase. Everyone does it.
Apparently, Lumi is saying that it's taking a shower with your team, which kind of freaks me out, but you know what? That's fine.
I mean, I think the Dire, though, it's kind of like lava in there. I don't know if I want to take a shower in a lava bath.
No, sure enough.
It's all red. Let's see, what's the Radiant's blue? I guess like I could see the Radiant being a nice hot springs with the fam.
It's great. So this...
Oh, bottom TP. Here we go.
lane.
S4 is tired of this shenanigans.
Yeah, he's got an Arcane Rune. They want to get in on this. EGM is going to throw out the Crush, but with the stun follow-up, that's going to be a pretty quick and easy one. But this is a lot of heroes rotating. Are they trying to finish off the tower here?
I don't think they care. They just want to go balls to the wall here. Oh, he didn't go.
Rage, toss, right clicks available. In some trouble, though. S4 needs to get in there, but the Crutch from EGM connects onto 2. I think it's going to be too much. They're starting to bring them low. Another toss follow-up. Trying to walk away. They are going to kill off that Tiny, but at the end of the day, they lose 2 on the Radiant team. Alliance dropping a bit.
The reason why S4 rotates there, guys, is because he can't stay mid against the Timbersaw. He's just going to get owned and wrecked. Because he's got Timber Chain, so Timbersaw, normally you see sometimes like the 302 or the 203, but he really wants to have more kill potential onto this Tiny. He also got his level 6. He had a double damage, so the only thing S4 can really do is just go bottom lane or go top lane. In which case, he decided, oh, I'll just go bottom lane, try to get some kills. Let's see. A DC. 1 sec.
I'm getting a couple of things that are... want to see, because the overlay apparently, since it's been switched over again, it means that it might have switched up the overlay for the Dota Pit one as well. Well,
this is your problem.
I know.
Let you deal with your own problems.
You know what? I'm going to let you
your problems.
Why don't you talk about the game a little bit more while I try and sort this out, Mr. Analyst? Give us all the deets. How's it going?
Deets? I don't want to tell everybody the secret strats. Then people are going to be messaging me, why'd you tell them that this is OP?
Well, what do you think about the way that this early game has gone so far? It's 3-6. You say that Tiny is going to have a tough time if he sticks in the mid lane. What's the option then? Does he just have to keep ganking constantly?
Yeah, try to gank as much as you can. If anybody if the Timbersaw dives your Tiny, then that's where the big play turnaround can come, because Tiny does deal a lot of damage in quick burst. So you just avalanche toss him, and then you have, like, say, a Bat Rider come in, maybe even one support, and then he can die. But Timbersaw, he should be rushing a Hood this game after his mana boots. So once that happens, then a lot of this magic damage is going to be negated from the Dire side. And then that's when the game is going to get interesting, because Timbersaw should be able to take over this game if he doesn't get caught out by Bat Rider too much.
Well, we'll see if he's capable of doing that. We're going to try the switch over right now. Hopefully this works. Should be good. And well, we're back online. Heading on out. Top lane, they're going to be going for the Bat Rider. But
he's got no mana on the Bat. He's just clarity up. Still, dang, that's pretty fast regen.
Ender, he is here. We do have eyes on the Disruptor. I'm going to try and go for him. Meanwhile, up top, they're still going to wrap around for a kill. Might be able to dive for this as Timbersaw throws out the Chakram. They catch eyes on him. Bat Rider maybe going to be in trouble here. EGM is wrapping around as well, but he's taking a lot of damage now. They need to be careful about this. Burrow Strike is available as well if they wanted to go for that. Meanwhile, in the jungle, there's some more action happening. They're able to TP away. But Burrow striking the wave, and well, they're just going to try and push it under the tower.
That was a huge dive. Radiant are pretty lucky that Dire doesn't have any mana. Oh, Slardar versus...
All right, well, they find each other.
That's awkward. Bye, my friend.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
We also see down here to the side. A nice little haste rune picked up, and they're able to find that kill.
Both shrines have been used. Cooldown is another 2 minutes for both of them, basically. So Dire can't refuel there. Top lane. Palu's going to be going on.
Yeah, burrow strike connection. A lot of damage. They do throw out the epicenter, and that might be enough to find the kill. Nicely played there. It's going to come at the cost of the Sand King's life, but still pretty nice. And I think EGM, oh no, not within range for Tiny to get any avalanche off.
These rotations are really good from the Dire side. That's how OG always play. Reactionary Dota, and they're using it to perfection this game. They're always reacting when you get too aggressive, and that's where Alliance, they need to make sure that when they bring people, they're quick and they're decisive, and then they get out. Or they just bring in their whole team and then you just outnumber them. Mid lane though, this is a dead spin if I've ever seen one.
Oh, yep, there we go. Nice little catch there, and well, with everything thrown out, that is going to be a problem. So losing your Sven, I mean, granted, they've been having a pretty great game so far, OG. Do you see them just being able to keep the snowball running? Timbersaw, is he going to become that big of a problem?
I think so.
Okay.
I think Timbersaw is like the only hero that for the next like 10 minutes they need to worry for, and then once Slardar or Sand King gets Blink Dagger, then that's Yapsor.
Nice recognition there as well. Able to find him, and that should be a pretty quick, well, maybe not. They have the Batrider in the area as well, and now they're going to bring in the Timbersaw, looking for the kill on, yeah, you're going to be able to get him.
Well, that was a waste of a stun.
Pulling him.
That's going to cost Disruptor now.
Disruptor in some trouble. Gonna also get the Flaming Lasso off. Lots of damage being dealt out, but still slowed up for the moment. Burrow Strike connects, and Blair with the Timber Chain going through. They find the kill onto Bat, so a 2-for-1 exchange at the end of the day.
Yeah, there's a bit of misplay there from your off-lane Sand King. Should have saved his stun for the Batrider. Instead, he used it to kill the Wyvern, which was already a sure kill. So, a little bit of misplay there, and all these kills are helping S4 get to a fast Blink Dagger. That is what they need desperately. They just need initiation on their cores so they can immediately blow somebody up before the team fight. But man, Radiant's lineup is so scary this game. I'm trying to figure out how they're going to deal with them, and it kind of has to be all on this Wyvern in these team fights.
So what's the priority there? Is it just get the right Winter's Curse off, or is Cold Embrace going to become really important?
Both of them.
Okay.
Speaking of Wyvern,
oh
nice
god,
segue.
Yeah, this is some problems right here. They got the Burrow Strike, they got the Glimpse back, going to be able to connect, and yeah, no great way to get away from that one. They're going to throw out the Lich ulti, actually. Only bounces once off of a creep. They're going to try and follow this up. S4 making his escape is going to be able to connect, but the Chakram is there as well. They heal up as well with the Fountain, and just like that, S4 gets brought down, and it's starting to feel really rough for OG.
That's called efficiency, guys. You just kill somebody while you're healing up. That's how we do it in this new patch. We bring the fountains to you. And then we bring S4 back to the fountain. Oh well. Poor guy. This is just a rough game to beat Tiny when you don't have a Wisp and you're against a Timbersaw.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Well, in the meantime, Batrider getting chased down in the jungle. EGM is there. Definitely feels like this patch has been so much more fighty. Just everybody kind of constantly running at each other. There haven't been too many games that I've seen where that's not the case. Is that your experience with the patch too?
Yeah, I think it's just because of the shrines. It gives you more access to these heals, so you don't have to always go back to base. You get more runes spawns, so you're like, okay, well, I can fill up my bottle. I'm always full HP. Nice combo. I'm gonna kill him.
Oh,
get that right click.
Nicely played there. The Timbersaw right click, so scary, but they pull back in the Tiny. He's gonna go down. Now maybe looking for more. They could go after the Batrider or the Wyvern if they wanted to, but it looks like maybe they're just gonna try and get away. Let something go their direction. And yeah, nice little catch. Again, S4 goes down.
You know, another thing I like is you can see what with the new UI, you can see what everybody's building. So our job as analysis is pretty much over. I don't even, can they please remove that? I mean, there's no point in talking anymore. Like, oh, what is he gonna go? Well, I see what he's going, guys. My usefulness is gone. Sorry.
That's fine. I'm
Feels
sure we'll
bad.
figure out something to talk about in the meantime. No, it's true. And that's the thing, is that obviously a lot of people were saying, no, you could see it all the time, but when you were live in game, you couldn't see it. If you're watching from Dota TV, you can see what they're queued up, as well as player perspective and all that other goodness, but not when you're in the lobby.
Right. You gotta look at those player perspectives. Anyways, this is interesting. Timbersaw didn't go for the hood build. He's just going straight for the Bloodstone. That could bite him in the butt, but it also can pay off too, right? Since they're fighting, and here comes another fight.
Oh, yeah, nice little catch here. He's going to be on to the Tiny. They throw out the Lich ulti. Going to start to get a bit of bouncing, but will eventually leave him alone. Disruptor jumped upon by S4. Completely left alone again, and he is going to get taken down. You know, you mentioned that, but he also ended up going for the talent tree 150 health, so there's something there at least. As Sven is battling with the Sand King.
And then we got a Speedy Gonzalez running.
Oh.
He's only got one sticky though. Unfortunately, Kalu's not going to be able to catch Mr. Sand King or Trixie.
I'm looking at this, trying to figure out also who else got their level 10 talents up. Sand King has his armor. We've got for the Bat Rider. Oh, disconnection, so we get a chance to look at these. Bat Rider hasn't upgraded his yet. Actually, he spent all of his talents.
Some heroes aren't even at level 10. Some heroes I skip talent.
Really?
I forgot which ones. There's like 3 or 4 that I've done so far. It's just not worth it. Sometimes, so say you're tiny, right? And you really need to have your burst combo. Is that better than 6 strength having that extra, 40 damage or something? But it's amplified because you're getting tossed in the air. So maybe not for this hero, but for other heroes, it's definitely worth looking at, where you get your max level and if you have like bursty spells over a talent, because some talents aren't necessarily good. Like 10 EXP for one of them, you don't need bonus 10 EXP. I don't think you'd ever get that, so it's just kind of like
I think sometimes that can be okay. It's pretty good stuff, You want to get your levels up a little bit quicker. No? You're not feeling it?
I'd have to test the numbers, right? Okay. So I need purge for that.
You need some purge in your life.
See how the efficiency goes.
I mean, the plus side of it is that you get more experience from bounty runes and more experience from tomes, and there's more of those now. So, but I see what you're saying. It's tough to tell.
All right, I don't even know where this game is. The biggest thing in this patch is like, where the hell do you ward?
Yeah.
And how do you deward? I think dewarding is going to be interesting. Like, people are just going to have to look at each other in replays. That's where you're going to see most of the dewarding or how it's going to happen, because
but you can't look at replays anymore. Oh, they jump back. They've caught the Timbersaw, though. He's in a lot of trouble. They throw out the Disruptor ulti. Not sure if it's going to do nearly enough, but the combo comes out as well. Oh, a nice stun from the Sven, catching both the Lifestealer and that Sand King before they could do a whole heck of a lot. And that is going to be 1 kill. And now, with the control onto the Slardar, toss up in the air is going to do the damage they need. And, well, with a couple more right clicks, that should be enough to finish him off. 3 dead for Alliance as OG strike back.
Yep, Trixie, nice initiation there with the bat going in. And I told you, man, it's like deja vu. You got Timbersaw not going a hood against a 90% burst damage, and then he's just the one who gets initiated on. Timbersaw is your front liner, so you kind of do want him in the front, but oh, nice glimpse. Did catch out S4, but meanwhile,
over to the side, Bat Rider trying to make his escape, and it looks like he will be able to. No way to break that TP for now, and Lifestealer just gonna have to look angrily in his direction.
So with that, though, most of the ultis are down for Dire. Now this is where Radiant wants to just run at the towers.
We do have the tiny Blink Dagger, which could be revealed. Is that enough to pick off any of these guys right at the start? Like, can he... I don't think he can kill the Timber with that, right?
I mean, he can kill the Lifestealer right now.
All right.
Pretty low.
Jump forward. There's the Batrider controlling up Posty in some trouble. Tiny looking for his initiation angle, and well, there's the Avalanche. Toss is going to be up in the air as well. They get the Chain Frost, and that's enough for the kill. Meanwhile, it's bouncing around and pulling back in the lifesteal. Epicenter connection is going to be onto the Tiny. It's not nearly enough damage, though. The Crush to try and keep the Lich away, but I think that they're going to be able to kill off this lifesteal and need a little bit more damage. Armwa toggling to the best of his abilities. Loda doing his best, but it's not enough as they bring down that lifestealer, and now looking for EGM. Can they catch him? Blink Dagger back off cooldown. Avalanche available. They get the toss as well, and yeah, this should be about it as I see the Sven coming in, and right clicks are there. They get the kill, cleaning up house.
If you thought a or like a S4 rune was a haste rune, you gotta be kidding me. He gets the perfect item on Tiny. He gets the arcane rune. He used it for the whole entire team fight. Avalanche toss combo, less mana, just doing work in that team fight. That's unfortunate. That has to be the best rune for Tiny. It hands down. You don't even need the haste when you have a Blink Dagger. So catching a break there. Everybody's now back up. Now they're trying to look for a lifestealer. Do they have a vision on him? No, but they know he's down here.
Well, this is a problem now. They've caught out Sven. S4 did go back in. I think that they need to bail, though.
He's got Mask of Madness.
All right, turning to fight. He wants to man up. Get at me, Lifestealer. They're going to try and bring him down. I think that they are finally going to make it happen, but Batrider picked the kill in the same time. Yapzor also in the area now. Oh, the Timbersaw misses his chain and ends up dropping. They somehow turn this around. Oh, the S4 blink away. No crush for you. But this is going to make it a little bit harder to run down the...
Oh, S4.
Oh, nice little play there. They're going to bring him inside the Lifestealer, but the really nice catch. They toss away again the Lifestealer, and then also Cold Embrace S4. He takes the kill. Mega kill streak for him. He's been playing out of his mind today.
This Timbersaw literally has had the Soul Ring and the Soul Booster for the last 3 or 4 minutes. I think 4 minutes. Maybe 5 at this rate. He's died the last 4 times. What is his score right now? Is he 0-3 or
yeah, let's, you know what? We got it. We got an alt key. It's great. He's 5-3-3.
All right, there we go. All right, so he's had his 3 deaths in the last 4 minutes, right before Bloodstone. He's fortunate to say, to be honest here, because the way that the Dire have been playing, they've been just killing him constantly every single time at the beginning of team fights. So Timbersaw was supposed to take over this game, but he hasn't. That's unfortunate. Now everybody's just going to go and farm. This is where everything opens up, because all the tier 1s are almost down in the mid lane. It's kind of like, okay, well, we just need to go elsewhere. We're going to fight elsewhere. And speaking of which...
Let's see. It doesn't look like there's any real need from OG to push. Again, for anybody that's just tuning in, OG is on Dire, and we've got Alliance on Radiant. There was a little bit of a bug getting everybody in with their proper names, so these are all the normal characters, but Ender getting gone upon. Could be in some trouble. Can they bring down the Sven? Nice 4-step away, fine for the moment. They pull back in the Sand King. Gonna try and take him down, but they also pull the Sven inside of the Disruptor ulti. He's gonna drop as the Lich ulti is bouncing around, doing a lot of damage, but not enough because of the Winter's Curse. I thought that it was gonna be more than that, but it took too long before it expired. 2 go down for OG. And now, looking for a follow-up. They pull back in the Batrider. He is going to drop. Cold Embrace might be enough to keep him alive, and well, he's gonna try and hop away, but yeah, no such luck. Toss up onto Slardar, can't find the kill. S4 a little bit off the mark.
Really good engagement there. Just playing around. I think they had vision. Yeah, they had vision and they initiated. Let me toggle this. The Radiant Vision here, as you see with this ward, it saw them in the rune. The Sven go for the rune, and then they just blinked in immediately, got them. So ever since the Sand King has had his Blink Dagger, he's been putting as much work in as the Batrider this game. Doing some nice combos, nice epicenters. That's the problem with Sven. I think did he pop his War Cry before Mask of Madness? Because you need to be careful. You have to start looking at this. You have to make sure you pop all of your moves before you cast Mask of Madness. Else you won't be able to stun, you won't be able to ulti, because it does give you that silence now for 8 seconds. So you're permanently silenced for 8 seconds until you get your BKB.
What do you think about that change to the Mask of Madness? You like it a lot on Sven?
Yeah, I think personally it benefits BKB heroes. I even think Lifestealer could go for it. As long as you use it and then Rage or BKB, this item has a very high ceiling or a very high skill cap for people to use.
Well, we'll see if it ends up being the difference maker. It certainly helped in that earlier fight. Still was brought down, obviously, but good stuff nonetheless.
Especially when you talk about it, like, what does it do really? It gives you -5 armor. And then what does Sven have?
He has a billion
bonus.
armor.
He's got. Give me some of that. I need that.
Yeah.
He also went armlet too. So you have armlet, which gives you 10 armor or 9 armor, and then you also have Warcry that gives you 20 armor. So it's like that -5. It doesn't even feel like it's even there. Plus you got Lich Frost. So, I mean, he's fine.
Yeah, he'll be pretty good to keep that up and survive through these fights. He's been pretty tanky. I want to see how this next couple of minutes goes. Do you think that you can get aggressive with Alliance trying to take down these towers, or do they need to play more passively and sort of just look for trades?
I think when they see the enemy split pushing like this, they can make these setups. They know Sven doesn't have a Blink Dagger, and he's going to be rushing a BKB because of his Ogre Club, unless he like fakes him out. So his initiation is not the best. It's kind of on Batrider to go in. And then now that they have Slardar Blink, they have 2 ways of initiating. So this is very scary time for the Dire because they had the scan perfect.
Yeah, they knew where food is as well. So they realize that this is going on and that Slardar is up on the cliff. Sand King is up on another one there, is ready to go. So this could be a huge fight for Alliance if they can manage to get it right. I don't know if they want to test this though. This is looking really scary. And up on the high ground, almost able to catch that Slardar.
That's Slardar's Blink reveal though.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
Oh, that could have been a lot worse for OG, but dotting their I's and crossing their T's, they make sure they don't get caught out.
So far, I've been trying to watch the ward battle as closely as I can this game because I'm interested to see where wards are going. Dire have complete vision right now of what Radiant are doing, so they could have smoked immediately and punished them, but they're just deciding, yeah, they need some farm themselves. They really don't want to fight until BKB and Sven, or at least a Blink Dagger, because they really need to have him not being able to get disabled by the Disruptor ulti, getting kited by the Lifestealer, and this is giving more ample time for the Radiant side to do Roche, but they backed out. They're going to smoke.
Oh, man. They are ready for this. I can't tell right now. Well, it looks like Batrider is going to walk in. He might catch the Slardar right from the start. Both sides blink away. All right, now they've got the Thunder Strike onto Batrider. Flame Break goes in. Don't know if anybody is in there. They expect that the whole side of Alliance is there ready to go.
Vision now. If he blinks away, he's screwed because they have Glimpse.
Oh, all right. Holding on to him for the moment. This is such a standoff. Jump forward crush. Not going to reveal the Lifestealer as of yet. Just racking up the damage. They have another crush available in a couple of seconds. The rest of the side of OG is here. Ready to back them up if they need to.
I think Timbersaw needs to initiate for the Radiant. They can't rely on... Either you initiate with Sand King or you initiate with Timbersaw. Somebody has the front line here. Meanwhile, S4...
Oh, they found him. Dust out as well. Burrow strikes through. They do have a Winter's Curse to use here, but everybody spreads out to the side. Meanwhile, the jump forward, they've been able to find the Disruptor. He's taken down. Timbersaw's in the midst of everybody, but can he actually do enough damage? They throw out the Winter's Curse. It's going to control 2. Epicenter comes through. Does it manage to hit onto the Sven? Can they bring him down? Armwood toggles away. He's going to end up going down regardless, but now being controlled in the Ancients, actually, is going to be the Timbersaw.
He got rooted.
He got caught out.
Welcome to the new Ancients.
Now the Burrow Strike follow-up, looking for S4. Great Force Staff and the Cold Embrace, keeping alive that Tiny. And, well, they're going to toss the Lifestealer again. Avalanche trying to get S4 out of here. It's not going to be enough. Alliance hitting strong. They're taking down the Batrider. Another one going down. If they can make this work, if they can somehow take this, it's an easy opening to Roche. Batrider not gonna go down as of yet. Nice Burrow Strike finish off. Are they gonna keep going? Lich caught out.
Bamped.
All right, they got him. Well, still, a lot of heroes going down, but Slaughter dying might make killing off Roche a bit harder.
That was a little bit too far, like you said. Without Slaughter, the Amplify isn't there. They still don't have Desolator on Lifestealer. He's not even going Desolator. He's going Maelstrom. Interesting. I think Maelstrom is the build this game. One of the reasons why is because Desolator lets you hit harder, but what's happening in these team fights is they're having a problem bursting through the Winter Wyvern's Cold Embrace. So how do you burst through that? Well, you get some more magic damage, and the way you do that is by getting a Maelstrom, getting a Mjolnir, putting it on somebody, and just hoping that you get more procs during the team fights.
Well, that's going to be their avenue to try and make it happen. It's feeling like Alliance have definitely made a comeback, though, these last couple of minutes. Map control going further into their favor. Although that being said, you suddenly have Spore finding himself a Sand King. I don't think they can find a kill, though. Yeah, it's a quick blink out.
It's just a big game changer was that Sin didn't have his BKB. Now he has it. He also has 4 clarities in his backpack. That's interesting. And then he just TP's back home. It's like, well, I've got to get my BKB couriers in use. Thanks for using it, Yapsor, who's sitting on 3 clarities as well.
Really?
It's just interesting watching. And he just used it. He's got 2 wards to switch. They have the smoke ready. He also has the blink and Force Staff. Huge support right now for the Dire.
Food is going to go in.
Oh, he saw it. This ward saw the smoke, and then he just walked in and then blinked out. Really well played from Slaughter there.
Good stuff. And this is, of course, going to make it a lot more difficult for any type of surprise initiation from OG. Good smoke break. Still trying to keep up with all of these talents as they come about, but it doesn't look like there's been a ton of them. They do spot out the Disruptor. There's the initiation that comes out. Avalanche Toss is going to be there, and pretty quick and easy kill. And well, the Slaughter, I think, canceled his TP, so he's going to have to head back home. And they don't have either of them available. I need to get back.
What died on the courier there? How do I...
Was it Radiant Courier?
Yeah.
It was an Ultimate Orb.
What hotkey do I press to check that now?
Whatever one you used before, but you need to be on a Radiant hero and then click it.
I can't. It doesn't work. It just the 5. One of my hotkeys is bound to the 5. What the?
It's okay. It was an Ultimate Orb. I got you.
It's giving me OCD though.
I'm sorry, man.
Oh well. Because the way they changed it was all of the numbers are a hero now. Anyways, back to the team fight.
They go in. They were not actually hitting Roshan. They catch them by surprise. Food, EGM almost dead. They do not find the kill. Now turning onto Loda, trying to finish him off, but they are going to be able to finally kill off that Slardar. Now Timbersaw showing up. Wants to fight these guys, but really needs to be careful. They've got a ton of disable, a ton of damage, and I think he might be going down as well. Epicenter catching. Are they going to be able to do enough damage, though? The Burrow Strike only connects on it 2. It's still pretty big, but not enough to kill off the Sven. He's going to be fine, and just like that, you see a huge turnaround. God, the Epicenter could have been huge, but it wasn't enough. And now the Lifestealer starting to drop. The Burrow Strike connects. It's not enough. Timbersaw wants to get the kill. Sven, Armlet toggles again away. Oh, No Tail making it happen. Big guy with the sword.
That Timber Chain. Unfortunately, that didn't hit. That would have been the death of that. Now they're just 4 staff away. They have 2 4 staffs. Kiting for days right now. So, there's a hair problem. Oh, so far, man, this Sand King is on a mission.
He really wants it.
Man on a mission.
Oh, the Timber Chain, the Chakrams, it's all going awry right now. Did they... Alright, Slardar is back behind the tier 2 tower. He's going on a little trip. I think that he kills the Lich here. God, he's so low level though, only level 12. Burrow Strike misses. Oh god, it's not good. It's not that great. They do finally get the kill, but now continued aggression. They want to go in. Trixie catches there onto the Timbersaw. They do get a follow-up stun. Disruptor ulti out. It's not going to be able to save him, though. I don't believe the toss forward. And are they going to be there in time? BKB wearing off. They turn on to EGM now. Meanwhile, the rest of the team is going to focus trying to kill off and take down that Timbersaw. So,
oh, I missed.
This has been a rough one.
Suicide. Well, no suicide for you. He was up to like 14 or 15 bloodstone charges. Now he's back down to 8. Very unfortunate for Timbersaw this game, but he's not going into the negatives. We're going to use less than 8 as negatives because that's where you start up. Oh, man. And they got this D ward too. They figured they were fighting around this area. They had to have vision. So nice D ward there. And they have the gem on Yapsor. Oh, goodness. So everything's going the way of the Dire now. OG with 2 stand-ins. Making Alliance regret picking this Slardar Lifestealer combo just with one simple Wyvern pick. As well as the Lich. Lich armor has been doing work.
Yeah, no, totally it has. It's been a real problem to deal with, and it's going to get a little bit harder now as well. Sven just picked up 15% evasion. So not only are we going to have a heck of a lot of armor. Yeah, this is the same play they did last time. They throw out the Disruptor. Kinetic Field. Alliance right now is split up. You need to be careful.
Alliance are getting baited in by OG. OG have this perfect vision, just waiting for them to step the wrong way. And this is the thing: you need to contest Roshan so that all your tier 2 towers. Oh, speaking of which,
didn't have the Lifestealer with them either, and yeah,
that could be a good thing.
Burrow Strike connection, trying to go in now. Sandstorm is there as well. They do have the Sven to 2 shots the poor Disruptor. He's going down. Winter's Curse is going to control that Sand King for a moment, and it looks like Timbersaw will be able to make his way out of there, but no such luck for the poor Sand King. He dies. They're also chasing down this Lifestealer. Mask of Madness already being used, but they're not going to be able to catch up to him. Chakram slowing down Sven enough to allow that Lifestealer to escape.
Yeah, you thought Lifestealer was a good man fighter, but he is pales in comparison to Sven with Mask of Madness. This mask buff for certain heroes, certain strength heroes, is going to be huge from this patch. So I think Sven, one of those heroes that suffers from getting kited. Mask of Madness, check. There you go. Just get that item. Helps you farm faster early game, helps your speed, and like we talked about, as long as you have the Black King bar, you're in business to do whatever you want in team fights. And look, there's a shrine.
Oh, it's good stuff. You'll love to have that happen for you. Back up to full. Does look to be building into a Bloodthorn, actually. Kind of an interesting item choice there.
Surprising no blink either. He's like, oh, well, I don't even need blink. We have 2 blink daggers already that have done their job. And this allows Sven to go for the heavy right clicks. Like you said, though, interesting build. It will disable a lot of the, I guess, like Disruptor, Sand King, all these heroes that are kind of going in. Even Timbersaw to an extent. And then once he gets the True Sight. Yeah, once they get the True Strike, that's where it just all comes to fruition. Like, you're going to be like, oh, well, everybody's dead. Well, meaning of dead. Food. How did you live? Did he misclick?
I don't know.
The Arctic Burn or not?
That was very close. That's the only thing I could think of. They are maybe thinking about baiting this out, though. They're going to jump forward, find food. Burrow Strike connects onto those guys, and, well, suddenly Tiny in some trouble. They do find the kill.
He's got Aegis, though. He's coming back in 1.
EGM. Oh, yeah, they're not going to be able to finish this off. Avalanche Toss combo connects onto Disruptor. Nice glimpse back, though. We'll create that separation. I think he is still dead regardless. They use the Winter's Curse on Disruptor, and that might give him enough room.
He would have TP'd away. So S4 is baiting there because he had the Aegis. Else that could have been really bad. So these plays that look silly just are kind of like there for information, right? So Tiny's like, I'm going to go in, I'm going to scout. I'm going to try to get information for my team. If I die, it doesn't matter because I have the Aegis. So really well played.
Yeah. I do like these little pickoffs here. You know, they use the Epicenter and Timbersaw to finish off and kill the Lich. So good little plays here and there. In the meantime, Tiny runs right by the Sand King. And, well, this should be a pretty quick and easy kill here. Unfortunate that he happened to head over that direction when it was going on.
I think he was... He doesn't have a ward. He didn't switch anything. He was just like, he went over to this Dire side Ancients for some peculiar reason and just like, oh, I'm just gonna run all the way back to my side. I was
Wanted to check the bounty rune, steal it away.
probably,
Yeah.
maybe that was what it was. Get that bounty.
So, we're 35 minutes into this
Radiant's
game.
middle tower is
A
under
lot of the
attack.
towers have been taken, but it definitely just feels like it's going to keep on being a brawler. How do you see? I mean, OG clearly are in the lead. How do you see them taking this to the next step and breaking high ground?
Probably wait for the next Roche. They can still look around the map, and certain key items would be S4 has to go BKB this game. A lot of people do. Batrider already has his BKB, so those are your go items as well. Just waiting for those. And then once you just had these BKBs, there's no way they can really burst you because Yapsor's been on his A game. Nobody's been dying on his watch, and it's just too hard to burst people down
Radiant's
now
bottom tower is
in
under
this
attack.
game. They just don't have enough burst. They have to find Winter Wyvern in the back. If they don't find him in the back lines first, the team fight is lost.
All right,
90% of the time.
Wyvern, what a hero. Well, it looks like they're getting set up now to take the tier 2 in the bottom lane and possibly even think about finishing off those shrines after you get the other one mid. They're both very low. And I don't know if Alliance can really come and stand up to this.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
They will spot out that the Sand King is in the area. Tier 2 goes down, and do they even test high ground here?
Might just try to get mid and then kill the shrines.
Okay.
They also have vision of Sand King just going top, so they know there's at least 1 or 2 heroes top. Oh, they gotta catch the
Timber. Oh, that really hurts. Well, there's going to be some back and forth. Tosses high ground. Wasn't quite there, though. That's really unfortunate.
Is under attack.
God, the Bloodthorn on
force?
Sven.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's
Oh.
top tower is
There's your high ground.
All right, they're just going to go for it. They don't even care. Meanwhile, the toss back is going to connect, but the 2-person burrow strike
under attack.
keeps them a little bit at bay. Disruptor ulti is going to connect onto 2 heroes, but honestly, they do not even care right now. OG is just too big, and no great way to solve it. Alliance
Radiant's bottom tower has
feeling like it's pretty rough right now as their first melee barracks is going to go down. It does look like we're going to see Lich get chased down by the Lifestealer, but they're not even able to kill off the Lich. He doesn't care.
It's not even fair, man. Lich is like one of those heroes. He's got a Solar Crest too. He's got a buckler. God bless. How much armor does he have?
He
39.
has 39 armor. What?
Three of that's from the tower, but still 36 armor. Please, OS Rock. Please.
What?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So
That's
he gets
absurd.
damage resistance.
You got the
60%.
Tranquils.
Radiant's middle tower
that's-
has fallen.
All right. Well, that's why Lifestealer went this Mjolnir build. He's like, okay, well, I can't do anything this game.
Oh my god.
Oh my. This is just a problem. All right, so we could talk about the talents a little bit here if the action stops. Just for a little, yeah. Sven has this 15% evasion. They know this is getting attacked. It gives you vision.
Oh,
bat.
need to be careful. They do connect with the burrow strike there. Food gonna also jump out. Batrider in some trouble. They bring him down. Nicely done. I still think that they can finish off this shrine. Ender's here waiting for them to go up high ground, and well, there's the Stormbolt connects on it too. A whole heck of a lot of damage. Oh, Lifestealer, you are long for this world. Give me the crits. The epicenter comes through, but I don't think it's enough. They missed the Timber Chain, and Ender. Oh man, No Tail is just on top of it.
Ooh.
Triple kill for him, and now gonna turn his sights on to Sand King Ultra. Oh god, just get out of the game. It's his world. You only live in it.
All right, so I wanted to let you guys know how amazing that play by No-Toe was. So in the new changes, you can see when a shrine is being attacked. But if you stop attacking, which he stopped attacking for 6 seconds, and he baited them all up the hill and waited for them, and then he got a 2-man stun, and then also those backup. Oh my goodness, and then he just shredded everybody. So what a perfect bait there from Zen. He's like, okay, I'll just stop attacking it and then lure them into false insecurity, man. What a game, though.
Great one,
What a
absolutely. Well, ladies and gents, that's going to do it for game number 1, OG versus Alliance. Can they bring it back in game number 2? Ryu, what are you thinking? Do you think that Alliance have a chance to bring it back here? Do you feel like OG just have a better understanding of the patch right now?
You just need to pick Furion for the +6 chance.
Okay, I like that idea. That seems like a reasonable one. Well, we got memes abound as well as more great games. Stick around, everybody. Again, myself, Lyrical, and Ryu going to be bringing you the action in just a little bit.